Hello, in this video I will show you how to use the Google Sheet connector in Makyo. So let's first start with the Create Spreadsheet connector. So first we will select a credential and accept the conditions. Now that our credential is connected, we just need to add the title of the spreadsheet. Let's test this. We can see a successful execution and we'll copy the ID to reuse in the next steps. Let's check in Google Sheet and we can see indeed that a new spreadsheet was just created and it's empty for now. So let's go back and now go to the next action, which is the get row action. So here we will need to either put our ID or select the spreadsheet that we just created. And you can see it corresponds to the same ID that we saw in the output previously. Then we will select the sheet, which is sheet 1. And we won't select a range in this case. We will just test this as is. And we get an empty result because the sheet is empty. So let's move on to the next one. This is append row, and we will use the same file, copying the ID here. We will select sheet number 1. Before we do the mapping of the column values, we will go back to our Google Sheet and we will add some columns headers. So we'll add email, customer, and row ID. Now going back, we will map using the letters of the columns. So A, we will enter the dynamic data coming from the repeater, the email. In column B, we'll add the customer value, and in column C, we'll add the row ID. Now we'll save and test this action. You can see that it was successful, and indeed, in the range A2 to C2, some data was added. And we can see we got indeed the email, the customer, and the row ID. All right, finally, let's go back to get rows and try again now that we have some data in the sheet. So let's test it. And we can see the result. This time we do have one row number 0, with exactly the data that we just entered. The Google Sheet connector has more actions that you can find here. So you can create a spreadsheet as we did, get rows, append rows, but you can also update the rows, delete columns, add sheet, and delete sheet.